And this is tied to your idea that you should optimize for impact over happiness, which is I haven't heard anybody else articulate that. And so Dara says, I was reading about all the issues happening with Uber in the news, the various challenges that were coming up there. So when I first got the call to be the CEO, I said, heck no, I'm not crazy. I'm not up for this. But I had one particular conversation that really shifted me, which was with Daniel Ek, who's a good friend. And I still remember I was talking to him about my career at Expedia and how happy I was. And he looks at me, and he did this to me too. And he looks at me and he goes, since when is life about happiness? It's about impact. You can have an impact on Uber, which is a really important company in the world that's shaping the future of cities. And I thought to myself, my God, this is so obvious. I've got to take a shot. I knew it was going to be uncomfortable. Can you just explain how you think about optimizing for impact over happiness and why?
Well, first off, it's incredibly kind of Dara to say that. You know, I think about this. I think happiness is a trailing indicator of impact, and I think you can be, you can feel happiness in small bursts, in small moments, and you can have a lot of variance in your life. So you can choose to have that part, which is the ups, the downs of life, etc. So I'm not saying you can have happiness, but I think truly sustained happiness comes from impact. And impact is something that's deeply personal to you. Only you can define what impact means for you. So I think it means different things for different people. But I do think it's a trailing indicator. So the way I would put it in this case is, what was obvious for me with someone like Adara was he was content. He wasn't happy. And, he had gone through a phase, knowing him for a while, where he had a lot of ups and downs with Expedia and all that stuff. And he kind of mostly figured it out. And so he was content. And I think that in his case, where he was at his life, it was such an obvious thing that he didn't even realize that he'd just grown content. And so for me, Uber is a very special company. And to even be asked to be the CEO of that and the impact I knew he could have on that company just felt to me like an obvious thing. And so I sort of advised him to, hey, you should go for this, and that's a far greater thing, and that's going to be will lead to much more happiness, not just for you, but also for other people.